So who do we have on here? We have Norm Hughes. Looks like he might have logged on first, but maybe not. No, might have been Chris Larson. Bergman Scooter, Norm Hughes, Chris Larson. Who else? Richard Grace and Harold Locke. Yep. Nice to see you guys.
Hey, Scott and Kent, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right.
You having a good day, Cameron?
Yes, yes. It's turning from storming and hailing to some windy and clear skies. So
I thought you were going to say to hailing and storming.
storming. Yeah. Yeah, it's just the changing of the seasons here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
So it goes from what, monsoon season to rainy season?
Exactly. From monsoon to rain. Exactly. To regular rain. But there are a couple of good nights in between. And so definitely some good nights.
So there's going to be we'll let Kent do his program first, and there's like a little, very short intermission, and then we come on to you, Cameron.
Awesome.
All right.
Sounds good.
Harold says all three of you sound too shelf. I don't know. Too shelf.
Touche.
Top shelf.
Top shelf. There we go.
Top shelf, Harold says.
All right. So anyways, good afternoon, everybody. It's Wednesday, and it's so far it's been a really great day, and we had a pretty amazing global star party last night. It was pretty fun. Went late. I think we finished up about 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Just shy of 1 o'clock in the morning here. I think it was 12:47 or something. But it was cool. You know, we had Maxie came back on and showed us some more of his amazing cell phone astrophotography. Of course, we had Dave Eicher on, David Levy, Libby and the Stars. Cameron was on, Jerry Hubble joined us from the MSRO. That was cool. You know, and we had everybody except for the Astronomical League, who due to a prior commitment had to duck out because we went a little too long. So okay, that happens. That happens.
Our commitment with the bed.
Right. So well, I don't know. No, I think he actually had something he had to do. So but we nevertheless had a good program. The next global star party will be next week, starting on the 25th. It's a 2-part global star party. So the reason for that is because we have a total lunar eclipse, and it will be the only lunar eclipse for 2021 for us to see. So, and this happens to be a super moon, and so super moon is when you could get a full moon, and the moon in its elliptical orbit is closest to Earth, so it actually looks a little bit bigger. This should be a very, very cool lunar eclipse. Here in Arkansas, that lunar eclipse is going to start pretty early in the morning. I think it starts at maybe the first ingress would, where you can actually tell it's an eclipse is something like 5-ish in the morning, something like that. And then, so we hope to see it get into full totality before there's too much light here. But because we do Global Star Party, we are enticing other astronomers from around the world to share live views. One of them is Christopher Go in the Philippines. He's committed to it, provided he gets the weather. So, and of course, that's true to everybody else. But we will have the regular Global Star Party Tuesday night, starting at 8 p.m. Central, which is 0100 hours Universal Time. And then we'll let that run as long as it runs. And then I'll come back on probably about 4 a.m., something like that, to, connect up with other astrophotographers that want to participate in this. We don't need a lot of them, but, the more the merrier, that's fine. But it will just be astrophotographers sharing live streams. And what we hope to do is to have, to show the total lunar eclipse from different areas of the world. So that will be they'll be burning the candle at both ends, I guess, but it'll be a lot of fun. So that's what astronomers do sometimes. Kent is, of course, with us, and Kent is going to show us a device, an observing device that I think makes visual observations, it enhances them. And so he's got something secret up his sleeve. And
in this really big box.
In this really big box.
And I was trying to figure out how to turn the virtual background off to make this show up a little bit better. So I'll let you hear it. This is a really robust latches that's holding this beautiful device inside. That's a new product that saw the light of day, or the light of the internet day, last night sometime, right? So
yeah, we actually showed just a few people this setup. So
what we're looking at is the new Explore Scientific slide bino viewers with adjustable interpupillary distance, beautiful gold pieces. They have twist locks that are really robust for eyepieces. Yeah. This is a brand new device that we just got in. We're testing it now before the production run. It's a 1.25 inch bino viewer. It's 1-to-1 magnification, so it's zero power. And it has an interpupillary distance from 58 millimeters to 74 millimeters. Mm-hmm. And that 74 millimeters is wider than most from my research. And so we got these coming in. We're estimating in July. And so we're going to offer this to Explore Alliance members. So to get this deal, you have to be a member of the Explore Alliance. And Explore Alliance is easy to join. You go to our website to Explore Alliance, pay your $100.
This is for a paid member, right?
That's correct, for a paid membership, which we have two levels, the legacy and the $100 paid. And we send the $100 back to you in a gift card. We're going to pair it with two 52-degree, 25 millimeter eyepieces. So it's going to come the bino viewer and two eyepieces.
Argon purged eyepieces.
Waterproof. So, so like Scott has a friend that puts in a dishwasher. Scott doesn't recommend that, but they are waterproof.
I can't stop him. Yeah.
And we've got videos where Scott and Mike Hatch, a former employee here, took them in a bowl of water and dunked it down in there and swished it around and took it out and dried it off. So it can be done. Now, the question becomes, what's the price? So the bino viewers are going to retail for $4.99 alone. So you can get the bino viewers for $4.99.
Now these are parfocal.
Parfocal.
They're parfocal. And tell our viewers what that means. I mean,
Okay, so what that means is that you can, and we actually did this yesterday looking at the sun, obviously with a solar safe filter on the end of the telescope.
solar filter.
No, my eyes really been hurting since then. I'm not sure what's
it's
going
both
on.
of them. Both of
It's
them.
really hurting. And then we put both of them.
Yeah. It's
so
a good
we,
thing Galileo did not have bino viewers when he looked at sunspots, because he didn't have a solar filter. Okay.
Nope. So
I guess he switched eyes later so he could use his good eye to.
and then it became his bad eye, and then it became his badder eye. More badder, worser, more worser.
I don't know. Is that true? I don't know.
Yes, he blinded himself and damaged both eyes.
Oh boy.
Okay, so anyway, parfocal means that you can use a wide field eyepiece or something in your telescope, like in your diagonal, to get centered on what you want.
Yeah.
And then you can loosen your tension collar, pull out that eyepiece, stick the bino viewers in, and then tighten it down, and it's in focus, just the same focus you had. It's still in focus. Yeah. And speaking of still in focus, so you can adjust the telescope, just like a pair of binoculars, you can adjust the telescope to be fine focused with your left eye, and then you can turn the diopter just like a pair of binoculars and get it focused for both eyes. So you can focus both eyes with this. And so the prism splits that beam of light into both your eyes. You can get both your eyes focused, and it really gives an impressive view. So
those look really nice, Kent.
Yeah,
So how heavy is it? It looks really nice and compact as well.
It's very compact. I'd say it weighs, I haven't weighed it, maybe 3-4 pounds. It's pretty heavy. I mean, this is not a cheap
plastic.
Cheap plastic. It's metal. It's and we've got it colored up really nice. You can see it's got gold and this white and then black. I mean, it's a really nice looking design.
It's beautiful.
There's a serial number. They all are serial numbered. So
all are going to be serial numbered. They're fully registrable. Come with the 1-year Explorer Scientific warranty, and then the Explorer Alliance extended care after that. The question becomes the retail price. So the retail price is $499.99 for the bino viewers, and $679.99 when packaged with the two Explorer Scientific waterproof 52-degree 25-millimeter eyepieces. So $679. So, however, starting now and probably a month, there's going to be an Explorer Alliance exclusive where you can buy this package, the 1.25-inch bino viewer and the two 52-degree 25-millimeter eyepieces for a grand total prize of $499.99, and that's a darn good deal. The retail on the eyepieces is each eyepiece is $90, so that's $180 in eyepieces, and the bino viewer for our Explorer Alliance members at $499. So we will be
for $499.
That's an awesome deal. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is, and we're going to be sending out probably tomorrow, or the next day, an email to the Explorer.
What looks like this Pelican case with it. You'll get the bino viewers 2 eyepieces. The eyepieces come with they have their own we have like a little eyepiece bag that we're supplying with our eyepieces these days, which is kind of cool.
Well, this is tough. Is that showing up? No,
it's not showing up. You're gonna have to dump the false background.
There it is. So you can see it just a little bit. It has a packet of indent for the bino viewers, and this is pluckable foam, so you could pluck out and make slots for
a couple extra eyepieces or whatever.
And it's real deep. I mean, this is a very, very robust case, and protecting your investment.
Right. Now, because these bino viewers are parfocal, okay, if you have a Newtonian telescope,
correct, you can use it.
You're going to still be able to use these.
That's correct.
So if you have something like a Comet Hunter, or if you have a Dobsonian or anything like that, and you want to get into the world of bino viewing, okay, and I'll let you search cloudy nights for all the beautiful attributes of bino viewing. but you're now basically using both sides of your brain to look at something. And I swear to goodness, when you look at a star field, let's say that it's like, I don't know, a perfect example would be like the beehive. Okay. You look at the beehive and the brighter stars really look like, I mean, honest to goodness, look like they're closer to you. And the fainter ones look like they're further away from you. You really get in, you're not truly seeing them in 3D, but man, your brain tells you you are. And this fires off all kinds of interesting aspects about observing. It lets you pull in all your faculties into what you do when you're using both eyes all the time. Anyways, the spatial feeling of things, the depth of things, the ability to notice nuances of color, nuances of contrast. Okay. That is hard to do when you're just using one eye. Okay. So these are wonderful attributes about using this. So they are 1¼ inch, Harold. I know that there are 2-inch bino viewers out there. They're a little expensive. Okay. So any bino viewer is a good bino viewer is going to be a little pricey, but the only decent 2-inch ones I saw were well over $1,000. They were more like $1,500, $2,000 for a pair of 2-inch bino viewers. There may be some others out there. I would caution you about going cheap on a bino viewer, because if you can't have nice collimation of the prisms, it's basically a waste of money. So, and on cheap binoculars, this is something else I'll caution you on. If you were just go out and buy pairs of cheap binoculars, you can get used to them. Okay. They're probably out of collimation, but they're low power, and you can adjust your eyes to kind of even it up, unless they're way out of collimation. But if you're if you have a pair of binoculars that are slightly out of collimation, you're going to get a headache. When you push the magnification up, as we will when we're doing astronomy, then seeing things even slightly out of collimation, you're going to see a double image, and it's going to really it's going to bug you a lot. Okay. Instead of being this very pleasing, wonderful experience, you're going to be going, gosh, these things need adjustment. Explore Scientific does have one of the things that a lot of us don't know that we have, but we actually have a binocular collimating instrument, and it's big. I mean, this thing is like 6 feet long and weighs a few hundred pounds, and it's designed for production inspection of binoculars. When we get in binoculars here at Explore Scientific, one of the things that we do is we put every pair of binoculars on this machine to check for collimation of the prisms. If they need adjustment, we open them up and we adjust them, and then that's how they go out to the customer. When a customer drops their binoculars, a lot of our binoculars have these lifetime warranties on them, and if they're out of collimation, guess who gets to recollimate them for free? We do. And so, but we're happy to do it, and we have the right kind of equipment, and we have the expertise of doing it. So that's all part of that. When can we expect these bino viewers to be out, Ken?
Right now, we're looking at July, end of July, so I'll say August. Right now there's a lot of unknowns in shipping. We've booked containers a long time ago, but actually getting containers has proven to be a problem, and so I'm afraid that we may be.
Well, we had, I know early on this year, we had some really big problems with container ships just sitting out at sea and stuff like that. But
so
I think that's getting
better,
slowly but surely better. Yeah.
So I think August is probably going to be good unless there's some hiccup of some sort. So, we're looking at, running this special for a while. I just saw that Harold Locke says we won't be restricted to the 50 millimeter, 52 millimeter, or 52 degree eyepieces, will we? And the answer is no. You can put on there what we want. I haven't tested to see how wide is too wide yet. I mean, we got these on Friday and we haven't had clear skies all week. Of course, like anybody else, when somebody else gets a new telescope, they're guaranteed cloudy weather for a week. Well, we got a new Bino viewer and we're guaranteed cloudy weather for a week, so we can't go play with the toys.
All
So
right.
we'll get out and find out what works and what doesn't work with them and make some recommendations. Anyway, Scott, to order them, you need to send an email to explorealliance@explorescientific.com, and Scott will put it up there in the comments.
Sure.
So you have it, and send us your name, address, and phone number, and we'll have probably Annie.
Well, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about today was Annie. Annie is coming on board. She's been working in customer service for a while now, but she's coming on board as the official Explorer Alliance member liaison. And so you will have a go-to person that is effectively like a concierge for members. She'll be following up on member benefits and that type of thing for you, and help you through any kind of member needs or wants that you might want. So, she's done a great job, and she's very dedicated. And so we're happy to have her coming on board with that today. I mean, we just announced that today. So that's very cool.
We'll probably have her on the show next week to introduce her to everybody.
Yeah.
But she'll do a great job. She's done a great job in customer service and learning what's going on. She's really personable on the telephone. I think she's going to be a great fit for this job, and taking the Explorer Alliance to the next level of, keeping up with the members a little bit more and providing, an extra level of service that you get with a paid membership. So anyway, so Annie will probably be the person handling all that stuff. But we look forward to get these in the production and get them on the shelf. They can't come early enough, but I really see this being a really good public outreach thing. I can see clubs and people.
There's a lot of people have a very difficult time, especially, rank beginners have a very difficult time getting that one eye kind of centered up on an eyepiece. I've seen some people start with their closed eye over the eyepiece even, so if they know that they can just center both eyes nicely over both exit pupils, and you'll be able to adjust that in a very nice precision way for them. And to see, like I said, the beehive, imagine looking at the Orion Nebula in what will look like 3D to you. It's just going to be mind-blowing. Okay. The moon looks like it's spherical. Okay. It doesn't look like it's a kind of a flat type of thing. It really, really does look amazing. Things like comets, when you observe a comet with bino viewers, against a background of stars, it just really, it's like you could step out and grab it. It's just so cool, so I think it's very enjoyable, adds a whole new dimension to visual observing that you may not have really had a lot of time to experience before. You might have been at a star party, looked through some bino viewers, thought that they were pretty cool or whatever, but to have them as part of your arsenal, your visual arsenal, is really going to be very nice. I know that several customer service reps here have already planned to buy them. We have an employee purchase program here when you work at Explore Scientific. So hopefully, they don't buy up too much of the inventory. We have a good number coming in, but we don't have a lot coming in. Okay. So this is our first foray into bino viewers and everything, but we've already been doing some testing with them. The images look beautiful through them, and we think you'll really like it.
Yeah, the burger, the sun was coming in and out of clouds, so we weren't really successful looking at the sun. However, the Burger King and Pilot signs look spectacular.
Right
through these. So, the benefits that Scott's talking about, the human mind is built to look at things with both eyes. And when you start looking at things with both eyes, you see more detail, because that's the way your mind is built to work. And it is truly astounding what you can see through a good pair of bino viewers. Now, as Scott said, these do have prisms that can come out of alignment. These need to not be treated, roughly. These need to be taken care of like a very precision, fine piece of equipment, not banged around, not dropped. Really be careful with these, and you'll get a long, long life out of them. And as Cameron said, boy, they're pretty too. The color scheme is really nice.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. So
I used to
Harold,
have
go ahead.
I used to have a pair of vinyl viewers back in the day, and it was really nice. And problem was it was just I was using it on my Dob, and now that I have the smaller scopes, I mean, this is great to hear of the parfocal. That was the thing, and I decided to trade it in for a couple of other eyepieces, but this is the right. I think you got the price point right, and it's a beautiful. It's nice and compact, and I would love to have another one again. This is a really nice unit. Well, especially on the Mac, looking at planets and stuff. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Cameron, yeah. You know a guy.
You bet, Kent. We'll be in touch. As we are now. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris Larson is asking a question. Does focal length play a role in how things look in a bino viewer? Provided that the bino viewer you're using is collimated, okay, then you should just see this natural, single looking view. You don't see double images or anything like that. I will tell you though, if the scope or the bino viewers are even slightly out of collimation, as you build magnification, okay, focal length, use a longer focal length, you're going to see problems show up. And so that's why collimation is such an important aspect to us in working with choosing the right bino viewers for us to offer through Explore Scientific. And then there was another comment here. Harold Locke says, I've been practicing both eyes open. I was blown away at how star clusters jump out of the eyepiece and fill their depth of vision of both eyes. I was flabbergasted. Yes, I would agree with that. Even if you have just one eyepiece and you just keep both eyes open, there's something that triggers when you have an actual field of stars filling both eyes and bino viewers. It's mind blowing. It really is. So, but okay. So that's the deal. You definitely, if you're looking at getting these and you want to get in on the discount and you want, you're not yet an Explore Alliance member, you can apply your $100 gift card immediately to the purchase. So basically you join Explore Alliance. If you have other Explore Scientific product, you're going to want to let the rep know because all of it is then protected by Explore Care, okay, which is an incredible program, that allows you, no matter whether it was an Explore Scientific branded product or another branded product that we sell, okay, they're covered. It's all covered, under our Explore Care program, and that would cover it against damage, not theft, but damage, and or any kind of defect, So if you bought Explore Scientific product in the past and you did not register it, in effect has no warranty on it. Okay, so Explore Alliance helps solve all that by taking your legacy product that you already own, plus new stuff that you're buying, and it covers it all. So, and it's in effect all paid for because you already paid for it. You got your money back by buying something. So that's
weird, huh?
Yeah, weird. Well, no, it's cool. Actually,
okay, Scott, one thing I just thought of. Yeah. So this is going to be available only as an Explore Scientific product, correct? It's through our website.
That is true. That will be an Explore Scientific product, right? And it'll be sold direct. Yes.
Yeah, sold direct. There we go.
Yeah.
I couldn't come up with it.
And we're only bringing in so many. It's a limited run. Okay. We wanted to offer something, special for our customers and for Explore Alliance members, especially. So.
Yeah. And if these fly out the door, we're going to order more.
We'll order more, and eventually, I mean, if we sell many hundreds or thousands of them, then that's a different deal. But right now, it's a very limited engagement, and we'll see. We'll see how they go. But I know I'm getting a pair, so there you go. Anyhow,
we're talking about an employee purchase program. The amount of stuff Tyler's purchased, he has to work here for the next 10 years before he can leave.
That's right. Right. Chris Larson says, right on. Thank you, Scott. 8-inch Meade ACF 2,190 millimeters focal length, I believe. We'll definitely be looking at them. Okay. Well, that's great. So, and of course, when you're buying stuff from Explore Scientific, we have a satisfaction guarantee and all of that stuff. So, you're going to be happy with them. I think that it will really, as I said, will really enhance your visual experience of so many of your favorite objects. So it'll be very cool.
I thought we already had an order. I have the Explore Alliance membership or Explore Alliance email up. And I saw an email pop in. I thought, oh, we've already got one sold, but it was something else.
Oh, okay.
Come on, somebody be the
Give
first.
us some time. Jeez.
Look, if you're the first, I'll throw in some kind of swag or something. Whoever's the first one to order one gets some swag of some sort. Maybe a red Explore Alliance cap, which we found a few more left over, so we got that. And I'll throw in some stickers or maybe a lollipop or something. We'll see what
a lollipop.
Yeah.
How about an ED-165 airspace triplet?
That would be a lollipop. Big lollipop.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Don't think we'll do that.
All right. Well, that's fun. Hey guys, don't forget about the, get ready for the eclipse next week. Whether you're participating with us or you're doing this on your own, it's going to be visible in all 50 states. And so you're going to want to check into it. It is the May 26th super moon total eclipse. And it's the only total lunar eclipse of the year. So you don't want to miss it. Anything else you'd like to add, Kent, before we transition over to Cameron?
Nope. I think it's,
right.
We continue to hope stuff starts coming in sooner rather than later.
Okay. So, all right. Well, let's take a little 2-minute break and let Cameron get ready, and we will be talking to you soon.
I'm going to go ahead
soon. A few minutes.
I'm going to drop off. Bye, everybody. Okay. I'm going to drop off. Cameron, talk to you.
Bye-bye.
You bet. Thanks, Ken. Cheers. All right. Nice.
How's that?
That's nice. All right. Very cool.
Yeah, it's too bad the Bino viewers won't give you quite this kind of experience, but
yeah, multiply. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. Beautiful.
Yeah. What's this as we go into the Orion Nebula? This is cool.
Oh yeah, the 3D effect.
Yeah. A little disclaimer, our Bino viewers will not do this. Okay.
Yeah.
You are not going to see stars flying past you.
Wow.
I thought you would like this, Cameron.
This is really nice, Scott. This is beautiful. fantastic.
Yeah. These visualizations that these astronomers make it's just it's really incredible.
Oh yeah, this is really nice. And then you're looking back.
I wish some of my friends that are no longer with us, that I was friends with in amateur astronomy, if they could see stuff like this would just blow their minds. So,
Oh man,
yeah.
yes, yeah. It's amazing how Moore's law, I guess it is, with the compute, right? I mean, now we can do all this rendering. I mean, people have their own production studio on their own laptop.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. And it's the same with our astronomy, right? I mean, giving everyone access to this technology really allows everyone to be creative. This is really nice. It brings a broad audience of people.
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah, it would be one thing if Disney was doing this and it was somehow fantasized, but this is using real.
Yeah, they work. That's right. They were
data. So.
Yeah, exactly. There's science behind this, and it's really cool. Wow, beautiful. I like when as you're coming in, you can see some of the what do you call it, accretion disks forming.
Yeah.
And yeah, beautiful. All right,
huh?
Hey, thanks a lot, Scott. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So,
well, this is episode number 2 of Camstronomy, featuring Cameron Gillis and his journey of across the universe as he's making his logs and showing you how to get the most out of your observations. So, Cameron, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you very much, Scott. So, yeah, this episode here, we're going to be covering a number of different things. I wanted to talk a little bit about obviously the observations that I made in the past week, a little bit on how the progress is going with the sky survey, and then a little bit about the equipment and some things I've learned about some tools. So so that we can all jump on board and collaborate. My one statement I want to say for the audience and Scott, one of the things, one of my objectives here beyond the sky survey is I'd like to, we were talking about at the beginning of the year about kind of cloud-based crowdsourcing of images and stuff, right?
Yeah.
We haven't talked about this, Scott, but I think we can start to incubate the idea of, leveraging Explorer stars as a platform, because you have the ability to change the pictures on either all the objects, right?
Yeah.
And there's a database of that.
Yeah.
And so what we can do is we can as I start to get images in as a starting point, and as we have more and more people jump on board, we can start fitting into that database, kind of like a sky survey, right? Our own, and then that can grow. So what do you think?
So I will tell you some of the private conversations we've had here at Explore Scientific, and part of those have a lot to do with the database, okay? Because we have something called the Open Go-To community, which I know you've watched a lot of those shows. And we have hundreds of members that are involved in Open Go-To community on groups.io. Things that we have talked privately about it is the ability to have observers from the community. Somehow we're still kind of working out the details of that, but basically where the database can be custom updated, okay? And not just your database, but the database for the community, the actual real database that everybody's downloading, okay? It will require a group, like a committee, that would actually look at because you would have the ability to update array and declination coordinates. Okay. You would have the ability to update an image. You would have the ability to update the text, the descriptive text. There may be other things that you can update as well. Okay. That could be done. And so we are, it would take a commitment of a committee to look at that data and to do the astrometry to make
Yes,
sure
the
that
integrity.
location is really accurate, not just something that they looked up in even a professional database, because there's a lot of astrometric errors that are in databases. They got better and better over time, like the Hubble Guide Star catalog and stuff. But still, there were artifacts and images and stuff like that that kind of could also mess with some astrometry issues. So, but for a very, very long time, professional astronomers worked off of like 1950 and Epoch 2000 coordinate systems, and they were relying on other professionally sourced astrometry that actually had mistakes in it. Okay, so they would find out. Okay, yeah, they would either keep in their own in the observatory the real RAN deck of NGC whatever, okay, versus what was from the Smithsonian Astrophysical Observatory catalog. Okay, so we ran into this issue a lot at Mead Instruments when we developed the LX200. We found out that the original 33, I think it was 33 alignment stars that we had in it, that there were lots of astrometric errors in it. Okay. Not only from proper motion, but because they were processed and stuff like that. But it was just, some were just flat out wrong. And so we worked with the community way back then, pre-internet days, to correct those alignment stars. And so Polaris was off by several arc minutes.
Wow.
So, that once we put in the right coordinate information, voila, their alignments look so much better than what they were before, right? Like magic. Well, this is, so that's some of the issues, but the committee would be important. Cameron, are you a programmer as well?
I'm not a software developer. No, I'm more system engineering. Okay. So, but I know a little bit, but
there's some conversation going on about it right now, and it is this kind of responsibility of accuracy of the object. Yes, it's wonderful to have observational data, but it would have, all of it would have to be vetted, and by a group of volunteers. If everybody agrees, then we would probably have like a monthly meeting or something and vote. There's 200 entries here, and these 70 have been vetted, and we'll publish them. Okay. And once we'd publish them, then it'd probably be something like you would get a new version, or we would say there's a new version of Explore Stars available, or there's a new database available, because we can sideload databases as well. So these are things that we're talking about.
Very cool. That's really neat, Scott. And I think it's great to see you're looking at the kind of the bigger picture and the overall deeper aspects of it. I think what we can do is maybe what we're doing here is we could start off with a phased approach, right? We can take elements, because it is an open community, and we can put in certain stopgaps to say, okay, this is the limitations that we have on phase
maybe
one,
we don't let them work with the astrometry part of it. Unless we get some really confirmed hard data that says, this is the real deal, and it's been checked and checked again, then that might be something that we'd have to do. Just putting up an image and putting up new text, easy, so
yes.
that's easy.
Cool.
And So again, that might be something where, maybe we involve the community. Maybe people will see all the new possible images that could be available for Explore Stars for, I don't know, the Sculptor Galaxy or something like that, taken by the users of the system, and we vote on it and say, okay, let's put this one in. So could be.
Yep. Excellent. So yeah, let me share my screen here. I'll just give an update. I talked about this previously. So first thing I want to do is actually talk about using Sky Safari, my sky survey in the last week. So I was actually, I'm just going to put this in presentation mode. Sorry, I think it's, oops, go back there. And then display settings, duplicate slideshow. There we go. Yeah, for some reason, mine, every time I go presentation, it goes into presentation mode. So can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, so these are the 3 constellations I was in last Thursday evening, Friday morning. I was out for about 4 hours. It was really good steady seeing, and I started off in Camelopardalis, and I started going as this is rotating towards the west. You're facing west here, the northwest actually, and I started picking off all these objects and recording observations. I finished that, and then I decided, okay, Libra was in prime location due south. I do have a peak hole in my location. I kind of have you can say a swath of sky going all the way from the north all the way to the south, and I have my house to the west and a hedge to the east. So basically it's like a corridor. And so if the objects, as long as I can time it right, I can get the southern observation of I can do my observations on the southern constellations, the southernmost constellations when they're at the meridian. So Libra was there at midnight, and I went through those 27 objects, and I moved from the right, from the west to the east, and then down. And then I also then I moved on because I was on a good track. I said, well, let me tackle Ursa Major, which has a lot of objects in it. These are all objects, by the way, down to magnitude 13, and down to declination of -30. -30 is where I put the cutoff, because beyond that, it's pretty mushy. It's within 10 degrees. I'm at 47 degrees north declination or latitude, so that gives me 17 degrees, you could say, off the horizon for these objects that are at the bottom on the when they're perfectly south. So anything below that, it starts to get not very good. The stars are kind of even too much atmosphere, basically. Then I moved on to Ursa Major, and I got 53. I started working on the westernmost portion of Ursa Major, and I got 53 objects, and then I called it a night. I said, you know what, I was pretty happy. Got over 121 observations in. I got 121 observations in, and then I'll tackle the rest of Ursa Major in chunks, later on. So if I look at the list as an example, if I go to, I wanted to pull up. I have what you call Live Sky, which is the web portal to Sky Safari, and and that allows me, what I can do is I can synchronize whatever is on my tablet or on Sky Safari. I can actually look exactly at the same thing, and it right away synchronizes across all my devices, including my phone, any tablet, or now with my PC. And I want to show you that too. I was able to get Sky Safari also on my PC, and I'll show you how I did that. Basically, if I look at my observing lists, let me move myself out of the way here. You'll see the best and brightest, that's had 681 objects. And then if we go down to what I saw, Camelopardalis, scroll down here. So you can see I got 59 out of 59. So there's 59 objects down to 13th magnitude. And then I saw 59 of them. And then if I go down to Ursa Major, there we are, 53 out of 69. What you can do is you can download. I can click on download, and I won't do that right now, but basically when you download, I downloaded for Camelopardalis, and then you get a file like this. This is the observing session, and if you look, you see 122. Let me zoom in here just to make it easier to read. I'm going to hide some columns just to make it easier to share with everyone.
All right.
Let me just hide these columns here, and then hide these guys. Yeah, so that's the most important information here. So you have the object name, and then these are my observations on the right. So is that coming out large enough, Scott?
Yeah, easy.
Okay, good.
Easily read it. Sure.
So if you go down, all the way down, you'll see 122 rows, which is 121 observations. And then if you look at to the right, you have all the details of every object. So for example, this particular object, NGC 1560, was a diffuse elongated oval patch. And then I have all sorts of descriptions. And then here's another one. This was turns out to be a cluster. This was a nice string of bright stars with a pair of bright stars in the middle. And then here, this was a planetary nebula, 1501, distinct and diffuse round gray puff. And so this is the level of descriptions that I have for every object. And so if, for example, then what I do, if we go back to the Sky Safari, this is a live view now on my desktop version of Sky Safari, and I'll show you how I did that. This is Ursa Major, but if I actually go in and let's choose observing lists, and I go to the top again, and go best and brightest, and it will highlight that. Oh, there we go. Go back. Okay, so you'll notice that there's a hole over Ursa Major, right? So these are all the ones I've recorded into that. So what I'm going to do now, I haven't done it yet, but for example, Ursa Major, we have, of course, the obvious ones are M81, for example. M81, if I look at the description, I can actually search for it in my catalog here. So I just go M81. Oops, must have a space in it. There it is. So beautiful, bright, large oval with brighter core near 2 stars. Okay, so that's my description of it. And I can now categorize that. I can go selection, add to observing list, best and brightest. And now you'll see it is highlighted as one of my best and brightest items. So now I'm going to start to go through and pick out of my observations I've made. I'm going to now pick the ones that I consider bright enough or distinct enough to see easily in my skies. And that will be a subset of all the objects down to 13th magnitude, because some of the objects are going to be like, sure, they're 10th magnitude, but they're really diffuse. So they're really, it's like, yep, I can see the patch, but it's not something that you'll probably be able to see with a smaller scope. So basically, I do that, and then you'll have your total list. And right now you'll notice, if I go to my observing lists, best and brightest went from 682 681 to 682. Let's do another one, 682. And we're going to go to 683 by adding, if I zoom in, I'm going to add in M82. There's M82. And I go add to observing list, best and brightest. 682 is now going to go. There's another item on the radar. And then if I look at my observing list, 683. Now the other thing you'll notice is that this is on Sky Safari, okay. But then if I go to the website and I go to observing list and I go to the beginning, it still says 681 because I haven't updated it. But if I go back here and I click on Live Sky here, as soon as I click on that in Sky Safari, it will automatically synchronize with the cloud. So it's going to go here. So I'm done. Okay, that's good. Now when I go back here and I refresh this page, I'll come up here.
It's taking a moment, huh?
Yeah, it's taking a while.
I see the little march of the.
Yeah, for some reason it's taking a while. Okay. Well, it will come up. So when, in the meantime,
There we go.
yeah, this is on the. Let me show you how I got Sky Safari. Oh, there it comes. Here it comes. There's your 683. So it took a little while. Normally it's not that slow. It must be because I have both of these running on my desktop. Normally I have it running on my tablet and it's much faster. And then of course, when I run it on my PC, they're not conflicting. But basically, yeah, so it updates and then you can actually download that list. And just, I'll give you an example. This one's pretty fast. It saves it as a CSV, which is an Excel basically. So I can download that. And then it will come up. Here it comes. If I open that. And you'll see, here's my list all the way down to of 683 objects. So if it should be 100, there's 685, there's two title rows. And you'll see Bode's Nebula, and basically this is M81 and M82. So it is added to the bottom of the list. So basically, this is how you can easily manage your lists and be able to record all your observations. So now if I go back to what I was going to show you is I managed to get Sky Safari to run on my PC. How did I do that? Well, I'm gonna go. I actually downloaded. Oh boy, that was a mistake. Just a minute. Which one is it here? BlueStacks. Viewer, GIMP, Fix Insight. Here we go. BlueStacks.com. I'm going to give you the link and put it, give it to you. Where is it? I think I can go, where is it? More chat. Here we go. There we go. So I'll give you the link, Scott, so you can put it, you can post it. Okay. And this, if you download this BlueStacks, what it basically is an Android emulator. It's really meant for games on your Android, but of course it's any application. And the application we're interested in is Sky Safari in this case. And by the way, Explore Stars, anything that runs on your tablet or whatever, which is what I intend to do. I intend to have Explore Stars as well running on my PC as well. And then this way you can have your telescope on your deck or in your patio in the backyard, and basically control everything from your PC in a comfortable location, and then as if you have everything and on a large screen, which is really nice. So once you have BlueStacks, then basically what's going to happen is you'll get on your desktop. I go to my desktop. You'll have actually a separate icon, and in this case I have Sky Safari Pro, and you literally can double click on that and it will automatically load BlueStacks and now how do you get Sky Safari? Okay, now this is the other thing, because when you download BlueStacks, it looks like another Android. It's like another device basically. You're going to have to set up your account, and when you click to the home, you're going to start off, before you actually download all your apps, you're going to end up with a screen like this. Let me show you a desktop screen. And then basically you're going to be able to download, in this case, let me go to My Games, Game Center. That's fine. It works the same way as when you're using your Google Play for downloading. You just literally search in here. I think what happens with Zoom playing at the same time, it's a little bit slow. So let me just what's going on here? Go back to Sky Safari. That works fine, but how come I'm not? Try that. Oh, that looks like it closed it. Okay, let's open up BlueStacks again. Okay. And then you go to, well, it's not cooperating with me, but anyhow, basically you can type in Sky Safari and then download. It's not, for some reason, it's not behaving right now for me.
Not taking it right now.
Not taking it right now. See, or
So
maybe
this would be
one?
in the
No.
BlueStacks client or on a web page?
This is a BlueStacks client. So
Client.
you download the client,
Okay.
and then this is a client.
Yep.
And then it basically works just like your phone. And I was just trying to figure out how to. For some reason, it's not letting me click on anything else.
Maybe it needs. Yeah, well, I think that if you're using the same computer that you were on, it would took a while to generate something. I think that it's just you're running out of memory or something on your computer. It's possible.
Probably. But the good part is it loads Sky Safari. Once you download the app and you can actually load it, and you can see it came up pretty fast. You can actually go directly, and it will automatically launch Sky Safari inside of BlueStacks. Inside of BlueStacks client. So yeah. So basically, and then if I go to my observing list again, turn on best and brightest. Yep, it's already set. Now when I go back, it should come up. There we go. And if I zoom back out, there you go. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to start filling in this gap here. So
yeah,
what I'd like to do, so that's basically the status of the current sky survey, and I've done that, like I say, for every constellation. What I would like to do, I'll continue to go through and give an update every week on the constellations that I've been working on, and also the ones I've done in the past. And then if we go to
Harold Locke says this. So this allows me to not buy two separate licenses. Is that right?
Exactly. What's going to happen is when you first Harold, when you first download, this is the same problem when you're, anytime you have multiple devices, as soon as you set up the account, if you try to download right away the new applications, it's going to have the price there. Be like, oh, I have to buy it again. You don't have to buy it again. You just have to wait. It's about 5 to 15 minutes or so. And you go into your account, and then once you show it shows what you've bought. When you go back into Google Play again, you'll see, you can just download it without paying for it again. That's the same thing that happened here. So when I first downloaded BlueStacks, I set up my account. I tried to download Sky Safari, and it had the price. And then I waited a bit, and then it came free again. So you only have to buy one license, which is really good. Any other questions? Okay, good. So now I'm going to switch gears a little bit and talk about what I want to do. What I want to do is I have my best and brightest. I want to cross correlate that with Sky Atlas 2000. So I have my Sky Atlas 2000, and what I've done in the past is I have this spreadsheet, which is my original Sky survey, which I was doing manually with Excel. I still want to keep this integrity because this is going to be my total, my de facto unabridged observing list, because this includes all my logs from when I had my 18-inch obsession and all my other telescopes in the past. And so I've just put everything into this spreadsheet. And then basically what you can do is you can export all your observations, and then I can do a VLOOKUP on the object, and basically add those observations into this kind of my own personal master database. But what I want to do is I want to cross correlate that and look at the objects that are in Sky Atlas 2000. Right. And let me just give me a moment here. I'm going to try something out here. So I'm going to stop my screen for a second. I'm going to stop my share, and then I'm going to switch my phone. Okay, so I'm going to go 103.
You look freeze framed right now, Cameron.
Yeah, I should be. That's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
Okay, good. And then I'm going to turn off I'm kind of doing an experiment here, virtual background. And I'm going to go none. Okay, so you should see yourself. You should see yourself on my tablet. Mm-hmm. That's the YouTube. And then this is my this is you on my computer. And then this is my my C8. And then I have my my Mac 102 right here. Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So what I've done is I've set up and I have I wanted to be able to do this so that I can show you stuff like I'm sorry. To be able to, as I have different equipment. Here's my Sky Atlas 2000, right?
Okay, I have that.
I want to basically it's beautiful. I just love this. Is a real treasure.
Yeah.
So for example, let's go to page 11. Yeah, this is Orion, right? There we go. Love it. So there's Orion.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
And yeah, it's just a work of art. I mean, I love this. So I have my original records here, and what I want to do is kind of put the Sky Safari overlay on this. So all the objects that are here, I want to be able to have them in and include in my Sky survey. That way, if you want to have a Sky Atlas 2000, you can say, okay, what objects? For example, I mean, there's some galaxies. Let's take Taurus. Or actually, yeah. Where are we going? Let's see here. Yeah, Eridanus, right? So Eridanus, as you go to the right of Orion, there's some galaxies there, and the question is, I was like, okay, they're there,
No, the
but you don't
galaxies in
have
Atlas 2000 look like little red ovals, right?
exactly. They're little red ovals. Yeah. So there's the legend, of course. So galaxies are red, nebulae are green, and then clusters are yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And what you can do is, but you don't have any idea when you look at this, is it something that you can observe with a small telescope, right? So I want to be able to basically uh, give people the option, say, hey, if you have a Sky Atlas 2000, you can say, these are the things on slide page 11 or whatever that, or chart, whatever chart. And then they can right away say, oh, okay, good. So then you know if you have a chance at looking at that galaxy or not, right? So that's one of the things I want to work on as part of my sky survey.
Sure.
And then the other thing is I discovered so I have I'm taking a video of this phone. Just this is the phone. I got an extra phone, and I found out if you take a look at this, you can see that the phone camera. This is kind of from yesterday. Remember, Maxie was taking the camera outside.
Ripping lenses
and he modified it. Well,
out of phones.
I don't want to rip that, but one thing I can tell you, this is actually an S8. Okay, this is an older S8.
Okay.
Samsung S8, which is still a really good phone. But you'll notice that the camera is in the middle.
Yeah.
Which makes it much, and it also has the infrared piece is off to the side. So what I can do, if I just take my thing here. This is my here's my my camera phone camera adapter.
Okay.
I can take that, and I have a piece of black tape, and I'm going to take that and just what I can do is I'm going to. Oops, sorry, it's a little bit real time here. So I can take this piece of black tape, and I can cover up the infrared piece,
Okay.
right here.
Okay.
And it won't get into causing those weird artifacts. And it's also a lighter phone, and because it's centered, the weight will be more balanced.
Okay.
So the point is that I've been taking pictures with my high-end Note 20, right, all this time.
Yeah.
And I want to use this guy, this S8 for my images, because there's another thing, Scott. What I've discovered is, and I don't have it set it up yet, but I can actually do over my network. I can take this phone and I can use another app. What do you call it? Not Zoom, but what's it called? There's a Samsung app which allows you to basically put your phone image, duplicate your phone, what you can see on your phone, on your computer, on your laptop. And then let me stop sharing for a second here. I'm going to switch over and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to switch phones. I'm going to use that phone for okay, so this one.
So the screen sharing, is it called Smart View?
Yeah, Smart View, exactly. And so if I go 1, 2, there's actually several options, and that's something I want to do in a future episode. I want to. Here we go. And so what I'll do is if I share my screen now. It's there's Team Viewer is one option. Team Viewer.
Yes.
And then another one is I think it's called Team Viewer. It's called Samsung Flow. So Samsung Flow.
Yes.
Yeah, and then there's also Team Viewer. So I'm experimenting. I just wanted to give this is R&D, work in progress, and I want to share it with the team as I get through. But basically, my objective with those tools is to basically get it so that I can piggyback my smartphone onto my adapter and have that in my backyard, and then be able to cast that to my laptop and actually control everything, including the picture taking, over Wi-Fi, and then be able to do that in addition to my Astro Imager. So that's kind of what I'm working on for my sky survey. So so that's the latest and greatest.
Awesome.
Oops. So I think that's good for now, Scott. Unless there's any other questions or comments.
Actually, let's see. No questions right now. I think people are absorbing what you were showing there, and you never know. There may be questions later. Cameron, you're on enough of our programs where they'll be able to catch up to you. So
Absolutely. So thanks a lot, Scott, for the really awesome intro and you know, having this good discussion. And I'm really excited about you know, continuing on this path. So
yeah, very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, I hope that you guys are learning more from Cameron as he's showing you, you know, his journey of taking the sky survey and logging, you know, his images. Of course, there are other platforms and stuff that you can be using. Cameron is, you know, an expert at using Sky Safari Pro, and it is an excellent program. I actually use it myself. So, there's a lot of interesting aspects to his logging protocols, and the way that he jumps back and forth and tries to seamlessly make it all fit together so that he's got his own flow in doing astronomy. And that's what it's about. You want to develop a workflow that you know is kind of an almost automatic process that you're doing as you're doing your astronomy. You know, gear is one thing, but how you use that gear and how that you know, you get the best benefit from that gear is all really comes down to you. And it helps to watch someone else go through it so that you can develop your own you know, plan of attack, you know, so to speak, as you're doing your work. So
yeah,
anyhow,
I can't say enough of that, Scott. I mean, you're right on. The flow, the biggest thing I've learned is there's a lot of options available to you, to your point.
oh
But
yeah,
there's so many options available that the good part is you can customize to your flow. It's just a matter of figuring out which pieces fit where, so that
right.
you have a really wonderful experience. Yep.
That's right. That's very true. All right, Cameron. Well, thank you very much. Tomorrow we will have the Open Go To Live program with Jerry Hubble. And then on Friday, we will do another Microcosmos program. And then we got a weekend. So it's going to be a lot of fun this next couple of days, of course. And hopefully some clear skies for your astronomy weekend, if that's in the cards for you. Until that time, keep looking up, and we will see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Here's the Explore Scientific IXS 100 equatorial trapper mount. We've got it mounted up here with a digital SLR that's got the dovetail plate here. We also have kind of mounted on our extra heavy duty tripod. This whole thing is operated remotely. You can see Kent's operating it with his Apple tablet here, but it'll run off a Windows tablet or an Android tablet.
What do you like about this whole system, Ken?
I find it very intuitive. It's very quiet. Like any go-to system, there are things to learn.
Sure.
But once you learn those things, it makes it really easy to find stuff in the sky.
Sure.
Now, this is running our Explore Stars app. If you're going to do astrophotography, you need to be running it with a planetarium program hardwired.
ASCOM, that's right. So this runs wireless, wired, okay? It's super versatile. It not only has go-to capabilities, but you can also add a guide scope with an auto guider CCD type of camera onto it. So, and you know, the thing that you're gonna really love about this is the price of this instrument, which will fit neatly into your budget, I'm sure. So check it out, look online, check out the specs, give us a call if you have any questions.